Hello everyone. Welcome back to Writing Tutorials. Today, we're diving into an inquiry letter, a type of letter you might write when you need information from a company or organization. Whether you're requesting details about prices, availability, delivery timelines, or bulk orders like in our example, a well-written inquiry letter can help you get clear answers. In this episode, we'll go through each part of a sample inquiry letter step by step. We'll break down each section and explain what to include and why, so you'll know exactly how to structure your own inquiry letter. Let's jump in. Header section. Let's begin with the header section at the top. Here, we see the letter writer, Sandra Rivera, including her contact information. She lists her name, address, email, and phone number, followed by the date, November 1st, 2024. Adding your contact information at the start is essential in formal letters like this. It helps the recipient immediately see who the letter is from and how to reach you if they need to respond or follow up. Make sure your contact information is accurate, and don't forget to include the date, as it provides context for when you sent the inquiry. Recipient information. Next, we have the recipient's information. In this case, Sandra is addressing the Customer Service Department of Bright Future Educational Supplies and includes their address in New Haven, Connecticut. Including the recipient's full address is a good practice, especially if you're sending a formal letter by mail. If you're unsure of a specific contact name, it's perfectly fine to address the department, like Sandra does here. Just make sure to be clear about who you're directing the letter to so it reaches the right people. Subject line. After the recipient's information, there's a subject line that reads, Inquiry regarding bulk order of classroom supplies. A subject line is especially helpful in an inquiry letter because it gives the reader a quick idea of what the letter is about. Sandra's subject line is short and to the point. She's inquiring about bulk classroom supplies. Make sure your subject line is specific to what you're requesting. This makes it easier for the company to quickly understand what you're asking about and direct your letter to the right person. Opening and purpose statement. Now we get to the opening of the letter. Sandra begins by saying, I am reaching out to inquire about the availability and pricing of bulk classroom supplies for the upcoming school term. Starting with a clear purpose like this sets a professional and straightforward tone. Right from the first sentence, Sandra lets the company know exactly why she's writing. She's interested in purchasing supplies in bulk for her school. When writing your inquiry letter, start by mentioning what you need information on. This clarity helps the recipient focus on your request without having to guess what you're asking. Providing background information. Next, Sandra provides a bit of context. As the purchasing manager for Fairfield Elementary School, we are planning to place a large order of items such as notebooks, pencils, whiteboard markers, and educational posters to support our teachers and students. This sentence gives the recipient helpful background information. By explaining that she's the purchasing manager for a school and listing the specific items they need, Sandra provides the company with context that helps them understand the nature of the request. If you're writing an inquiry letter, consider sharing some relevant background information. It can help the recipient better understand your needs and respond with the right details. Requesting specific details. In the next paragraph, Sandra starts getting into the specific details she needs. She writes, could you please provide detailed information regarding your current stock availability, bulk order pricing, and any applicable discounts for educational institutions? This sentence is direct and specific, asking for 3 key pieces of information: stock availability, pricing for bulk orders, and any educational discounts. When making a request, it's helpful to break down exactly what you need. Specific questions like these give the recipient a clear checklist to address in their response, which can save both of you time. She then goes on to add, additionally, I would appreciate it if you could include information on delivery timelines and any potential shipping fees for orders within the state of Connecticut. By asking about delivery and shipping, Sandra is making sure she'll get all the necessary details about ordering. If your inquiry involves logistics like delivery or shipping, include these questions in your letter. That way, you'll have all the information you need to make an informed decision. Positive feedback and catalog request. In the next paragraph, Sandra adds a bit of positive feedback. Our school is exploring reliable suppliers, and we have received positive recommendations about Bright Future educational supplies. Adding a line like this can be helpful because it shows the company that you've heard good things about them. This not only makes the letter more personable but can also create a positive impression. If you have something nice to say about the company or have heard positive feedback, mentioning it briefly can add a friendly tone to your letter. She then follows up with a specific request. If possible, please also include a catalog or list of items that might meet the needs of our classrooms. Asking for a catalog is a great way to make sure you're fully aware of the options available. If you're not sure about the full range of products a company offers, requesting a catalog or product list can give you more insight. Including this request as a separate sentence helps keep the letter organized and makes it clear that this is an additional piece of information you'd like. Closing with gratitude and contact information. In her closing paragraph, Sandra thanks the recipient for their time. Thank you for your time and assistance. I look forward to your prompt response and am hopeful to establish a long-term partnership with your company. Ending on a note of gratitude is always a good idea. It shows that you appreciate the recipient's help and are mindful of their time. Sandra also mentions that she hopes to establish a long-term partnership. This line is nice because it signals that she's interested in ongoing business, not just a one-time transaction. If you're open to working with a company in the future, mentioning it can create a sense of mutual interest. Finally, Sandra signs off with warm regards and includes her full name, title, email, and phone number. This closing is polite and professional, and she provides her contact details again for easy reference. And that's it. We've covered each part of Sandra's Enquiry letter, from the header to the closing. By breaking down this letter, I hope you have a clear understanding of how to craft your own Enquiry letter that's professional and easy to follow. Just remember, start with a clear purpose, be specific about what information you need, add any relevant background, and close with gratitude. This structure helps ensure that your letter is easy to read and provides the recipient with all the information they need to respond. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like and subscribe to Writing Tutorials for more helpful writing tips. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.